Hello and welcome back. So I am gonna move my office this week and I'm gonna take you on that journey. What I'm actually gonna do is swap this room of being my office to the room next door, which is currently the main guest room and the room where I do my yoga in. And I'm gonna move most of the furniture from that room into this room and then most furniture from this room into the other room, but not all of them, thankfully, because I'm doing this by myself. So yeah, I will take a few days. I'm not gonna do everything today. And yeah, it's gonna be exciting to be in the other room. So why am I doing this? Why do I wanna be in the other room? Main reason is energy, as I love to talk about energy. I feel I'm at the moment in a different kind of energy and I want even more quietness than I already have in this house and in this room. I chose this room to be my office initially 2.5 years ago because it's big, it's spacious, it has high ceilings and it has the most amazing view. And I'm gonna swap that now for more quietness in the other room because that's how I feel like at the moment. That's what I want to do. And in that room I still have a nice view out of the window, but it's gonna be really, really quiet without any distraction from the road or any of the neighbors as well. And then secondly is if I'm doing yoga in the other room, sometimes I bang my hands on the lamps and that's not ideal and I don't really want to move the lamps. So if I do yoga in this room, I don't have lamps in my way when I do yoga and I'm really quite excited about that. So let me show you around the two rooms and briefly describe to you what I'm gonna tackle in the next few days. Okay, so this is my office. This is the beautiful view that I was talking about. And we have a couch here with some chairs. The bookshelf will actually stay where it is, but the sofa, that will move into the other room with me. The chairs with the poof will stay. Of course, the desk with the chair is gonna move with me. The printer, who knows? I don't know yet. Then we have, which you know very much from the podcast, that background. So this cupboard will move with me to the office. And then this little one with the mirror will actually stay for now. Yeah, so that's kind of the office space, how it looks at the moment. So the before, right, Michael? And then we're gonna go to the other room. I have already a few boxes of things that I ordered. So we have here the guest room and the yoga room. So this is where I do yoga. Here are the lamps that I talked about. And here the view is still very, very nice and much more quiet because this is literally a forest behind our house. And then here is the bed, which is a double bed. It can be pulled out to be a double bed. And that is, of course, going to move over. That little thing is going to move over as well. So everything out of this room is actually going to move into the other room. But yeah, so I will get started today and I will see how many days I will need. I'm just so glad that it's not so hot outside anymore. It's still very humid and it will probably still sweaty, moving everything around, but it's not anymore 30 degrees today, which I'm so glad that I waited for the weather to cool down. I even made myself a little plan of what needs to go where, and in a sense it's pretty straightforward, but what it helped me is to realize where I have to start, which is a task for today, which I'm gonna do now. And not that exciting because nothing is going to move immediately. But what I have to do is reshuffle all of the contents of all of the cupboards because some are staying in this room, some are moving over, and I need to reshuffle the content around to make it work. What I need it to be in the office and what I don't need can stay in this room. So let's get started. Okay, so we need to empty this one. and empty this one of, let's do all of the things. And then this one needs to stay empty because it gets moved probably tomorrow, and this one stays so it can get filled with things that can stay in this room. And then I have as well this little cubby which goes with me into the other room, which will probably be emptied as well. Let's get started, right? Shall we? Today we are actually going to start moving some things. And the first thing is to move away that little low board, to TV board, whatever you would call it, and all of the contents of it to make space for the bigger cupboard that I'm gonna somehow reshuffle. So first of all, let's clear this. So I have this strategy to move this cupboard now by putting these underneath so I can slide it. Let's see if it actually works. Cupboard has been moved already twice before. It's so fragile that I have to really be careful to not break it completely by now. Okay, well that worked. Still have to find the correct position for it. But first, big furniture piece moved. Yes! of the day. Today we are going to tackle the biggest part of the move, which is the guest bed. Taking it apart in this room somehow to be able to move it into the other room. So let's get started. Yesterday I did not have enough energy or nerves to still build together the bed and the sofa, which I'm going to do now. I was just so tired by moving them. It was so complicated, especially the sofa, to bring it from this room into this room. I had to mostly take it apart and still I think it was kind of luck that it fitted through that door finally. Anyway, it's there, it's partly built back together, so I'm gonna finish that, put the sofa back together, then put the bed back together, and then we're gonna move the desk today, which is of course kind of like the biggest impact for me, as I'm sitting at my desk a lot. So let's get going. are done. 5 days it took me to get everything into a good place. And am I really done? No, of course not. There is still a lot of detailing, decoration, still figuring a few things out and trying them out now that they're standing in their way, where they are, and see if I want them to keep there. So it's going to be still fluid probably for a few weeks or even months. But I'm ready to finish this project. I'm glad I did again a bit of DIY work, but now I'm finished for a while to do more of that. So let's have a look at the before and after. Thank you so much for watching this vlog with me. I had so much fun creating it for you, and I hope to see you in one of my next podcast episodes or vlogs or meditations. Talk to you very soon, and bye bye.